Welcome to Gentle's World Agency, where we bring to you the latest news around the world. On this report, today's conflict is between Russia and Ukraine. It's a never-ending death caravan in Mariupol, a town located in Ukraine. Luhansk governor says Russian forces are largely in control of Severodonetsk. Here are the updates. Before we continue with this report, please subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell so you will be notified when next we drop a new video.
Today's conflict is between Russia and Ukraine. It's a never-ending death caravan in Mariupol, a town located in Ukraine. Luhansk governor says Russian forces are largely in control of Severodonetsk. Zelenskyy says the fate of the Donbas is being decided. 2 British nationals and a Moroccan captured while fighting for Ukraine could face the death penalty in one of Russia's proxies in eastern Ukraine. Gentle's World Agency reports. Russia and Turkey have voiced support for a safe corridor in the Black Sea to allow Ukrainian grain exports, but Kyiv has rejected the proposal, saying it is not credible. A mayoral aide in the city of Mariupol says about 50 to 100 bodies have been found and high-rise buildings searched, calling it an endless caravan of death. The Institute of International Finance estimates Russia's economy will shrink by 15% this year. The Russians continue their unsuccessful search for weaknesses in the defense of Severodonetsk, while firing on peaceful neighborhoods and industrial facilities in the Luhansk region, Serhiy Haidai said. He said Russians fired on the Azot chemical plant in Severodonetsk, where he has previously said many civilians have been sheltering. Haidai said that 1 man died on Wednesday after having been injured in Severodonetsk on Monday. Another 3 people died in Lysychansk after Russian forces fired mortars, artillery, and rocket-propelled grenades on the town and its surrounds, he said, adding at least 6 people were injured in the attacks. Endless caravan of death in Mariupol, says local official. Workers are removing bodies from the ruins of high-rise buildings in the devastated Ukrainian port city of Mariupol and transporting them in an endless caravan of death. A mayoral aide says. Petro Andishchenko said, in a search, they have found from 50 to 100 bodies in about 2/5 of the buildings. They are taking the bodies to morgues and landfills. Ukrainian authorities estimate at least 21,000 civilians were killed and hundreds of buildings destroyed during a weeks-long Russian siege of Mariupol. Reports have surfaced of mass graves holding thousands of bodies. Severodonetsk defenders are inflicting big losses, Zelenskyy says. Volodymyr Zelenskyy says defenders in the city of Severodonetsk are inflicting major losses on Russian troops during what he called a fierce and difficult battle. In many respects, the fate of the Donbas is being decided there, he said in an online address. Russian economy to shrink by 15%. Hard hit by sanctions, Russia's economy will shrink by 15% this year and another 3% in 2023, wiping out 10 years of economic gains, the Institute of International Finance, a global banking trade group, said in an analysis. President Vladimir Putin said earlier this week that unemployment and inflation are decreasing, backing up his frequent claims that Russia is succeeding despite Western sanctions. Still, the Finance Institute argued the sanctions, partly by encouraging foreign companies to abandon Russia, are unraveling its economy, wiping out more than a decade of economic growth, and some of the most meaningful consequences have yet to be felt. UN pursuing deal on Ukraine grain, Russian fertilizers. The United Nations says it is pursuing a deal that would allow grain exports from Ukraine through the Black Sea and unimpeded access to world markets for Russian food and fertilizers. Secretary-General Antonio Guterres told UN correspondents without the deal, hundreds of millions of people in developing countries face the threat of an unprecedented wave of hunger. Ukraine's food production and the food and fertilizer produced by Russia must be brought into world markets despite the war. Thanks for staying with us. Please support us with your likes, comments, and also share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and to click on the notification bell to be notified when next we drop a new video. See you in the next report.